The other day, Bungie randomly decided to hide 60 chess pieces across the game for players to go and find. Collecting all of them right now will give you a triumph, a few strange coins via your triumphs, and that's kinda it. I do have a feeling there might be more to this secret that we'll learn about later. There are still more secrets yet to be revealed in the episode Heresy Secret Triumph section. But for the time being, if you want to know how to get all 60 pieces, I got you. To stay organized, I put together this master chart of how many pieces there are in each section. Take a mental note that most pieces are going to be found in 100% completely predetermined locations. For example, certain locations in each area of the Nether. Other chess pieces are kinda sorta tied to RNG a little bit. I'll explain as we go along. Why don't we start off with the Off-Dreadnaught pieces, of which there are 11. The first can be found on Europa. Land at the Beyond area and the piece should be nearby on an ice ledge not too far away from the Exo Stranger. The second is also on Europa. Head to the Cadmus Ridge area and then head inside the Bray Exoscience structure. You're basically going to go deeper and deeper into the Bray Exoscience structure, exactly as if you were running the Heist Battlegrounds Europa strike. Eventually, when you finally reach the area in the facility where you find Clovis Bray's giant head, the chest piece will be on a platform a little bit away from, but in front of his head. Next, go to the sludge area in the EDZ. Head north and travel up the stream until you reach the dark forest area. There's going to be a big fountain of dark taken goop, and a chest piece should be just barely around the outer edge of the taken goop. The next one should also be in the EDZ, located in the Winding Cove. It should be way up on a high grassy ledge, basically overlooking the Cabal Drill public event. Find it on that grassy ledge and pick it up. The next three are all located at the tower. The first one is in Commander Zavala's office. Just take the elevator down, then turn left through the doorway to get to Zavala's office like you normally would. The piece should be up on a bookcase, just hop up the ladder and go get it. Second one at the tower is easy. Just head over to the Drifter. Go ahead and run to the back of the room he's in and look left. It should be over on a shelf. The third one is kind of annoying to get to if you've never been to the Dado, whatever it's called, room before. From the tower, go to the hangar area. Then you're going to head up a staircase near where Amanda Holiday used to hang out. Run all the way up and keep running around the rafters until you get to about here. Leap across the way to the nearby scaffolding, then run into the air vent. Keep heading forward until you reach the hidden Dido room, and the piece should be on a table just nearby. The final four for this category should be in Erismorn's apartment in the last city. The first one is right there on the table in the middle of the room. The next one is in the corner next to the shaping slab. The third one is just outside of her apartment. If you go up the stairs like you're trying to get to the roof of the building, one should be up there in the dark at the top of the staircase. The fourth one should be down on the first floor in a corner right next to the robot who likes to sweep the floor. That should be all 11 of the Off-Dreadnaught pieces. Next up, the pieces that you'll find in the Nether activity, of which there are 24 in total. We'll start with the Trenchway, and there will be 5 here. The first can be found immediately after landing in the Trenchway. Just drop off the little ledge to your right, and the piece should be down low, resting on some of the curled hive wall bark, whatever you call that stuff. The next one should be found in the back right corner of the area where you spawn in. It should be back up against the wall in the darkness. Remember, you can use the icon on your radar to help you find these if they're too hard to see right away. The next one should be on the far left side of the Trenchway. Get to the far end, then drop off the ledge onto some more hive bark, and the piece should be right down there. The next one should be up above the giant trench in the Trenchway. It's basically up in the room that you have to jump up on hidden platforms to get to. Head into the room and turn left. It should be back up against a wall in the darkness. The final Trenchway piece should also be in the area with the giant trench in the middle. Head over to the area with the little throne area, I guess it is, with the small circular steps going up. It should be back at the far left end of those steps. Next, the Hall of Souls. First, from where you spawn in, there should be one way up high. Turn around and jump up the ledge against the back wall and jump up a pillar and then jump forward way up to a very high ledge. A piece should be up there. The second one can be found in another offshoot room with kind of a brown orangey glow, hard to describe. Jump up on a nearby pillar, then continue jumping up in order to get on top of this giant weird looking hive column. The piece should be way up at the top of the column. The next one is in an odd location. Facing the middle of the map and the right side of the final boss area, turn around and look down. The piece should be back on a ledge tucked way in the corner corner of the map. Next should be in the area leading to the final boss in the Hall of Souls, in that hallway with all the taken thrall statues. A piece should be tucked against one of the walls near the statues. Again, just use your radar to find it. To get to the next one, start off in the area of the final boss fight, find the giant taken orb, usually where the boss is, and start jumping up. Taking out your ghost should help you find hidden ledges that you can jump on top of, and again, you're just heading way up. Eventually, you'll reach the top of a giant hive cable way high up in the map. The piece is up at the top of that cable. Go way up there and get it. Next, in the room that looks like this, head up the little hill in the right side of the room, then find and go through a random doorway into an otherwise small empty room. The chest piece should be there on the other side of the doorway. The last one in this area is a little annoying to get to. You have to take those little hive tunnels to get into a dark cave, and the piece will be over in a small dirt pile. Moving on to the Founts. There will be 7 in this area total. The first is on the bottom floor of the area and located near a giant pimply blue tentacle coming up out of the floor. The piece is nearby over against the wall. The next one is going to be way up high. From the very middle of the Founts, jump up and out to try and start climbing the big blue tentacles that are hugging the walls and ceiling. There should be 2 big tentacles, one on either side of the room. If you jump to one big blue tentacle and you don't see it on your radar, just jump across the room to the other big tentacle, and it should be up there. The next one is down on the bottom floor. Make sure you have wombo detector on your ghost turned on, because you're basically jumping up to a hidden chest room from the bottom floor. There's a small hole in the low ceiling, and there should be a chest in that room, and the piece should be behind that chest. Next up, we have one in a room with some of those hanging hive chandeliers. Jump up on those chandeliers, wind chimes, whatever they are, and then jump over to the glowing ledges poking out of the wall nearby. The piece you're looking for is on top of one of those glowing ledges jetting out of the wall. Next one is in a similar looking room on the other side of the Founts. Jump up the same glowing ledges coming out of the wall, and then look up even higher for a hole in the ceiling. Jump up there, and a piece should be up there waiting for you. Next up, if you're near the big door with all the hive symbols on it, start jumping up to the right of the door. This one is kind of annoying to get to. It's on top of a small tangle of black tentacles way up above the hive door, but just keep trying, you'll get up there eventually. The last one in the Founts is downstairs. Again, be sure to have your wombo detector on, because it's in a little hidden room with a chest in it, so that could make it easier to find. Jump through that little hole in the side of the wall, and then bam, it should be right there. Next, the Mausoleum. There should be 5 here total. The first is basically right exactly when you spawn into the Mausoleum. Just turn around and it should be right there back up against the wall. The next one is at the far end of the Mausoleum at the very back left of the area. Jump up onto a high ledge, and the piece should be way up there, tucked away against the wall. Next, head to the area in the Mausoleum where you would normally fight the final boss of the area, the big ogre. Leap up there among the taken tentacles, and it should be way out there down in the middle of a rock pile. The next one should also be out in the same taken tentacle area, but this one should be closer to the ledge where you spawn in and further away from the taken ogre boss. Drop under the ledge, and it should be there among some rocks. The final one should also be out in the taken tentacle area along the same side as where you spawn into the Mausoleum. Hug the wall, and it should be tucked away in a dark little corner, kinda hard to spot. Again, remember to use your radar to help you find it. Alright, while we're on the subject of the Nether, there are certain chess pieces that aren't found in exact locations, but rather are under the umbrella of Nether secrets. Translation: you know when you're in the Nether activity normally and you find a random side objective like following a white Toland orb around the area until it finally reveals a secret chest? Well, every time you're in the Nether and you do a secret side objective like that, you have a chance of being rewarded with a Nether secret chest piece. You can earn up to a max of 9 chest pieces by doing this, so in short, when you're doing the Nether, go out of your way to do every little secret side objective you know of until you've gotten all 9 Nether secret chest pieces. And by the way, even if you relaunch the Nether and you find a secret you've already done, doesn't matter. Do it again. You can do it again and again and again until you've gotten all 9 chest pieces. You can do them repeatedly. The hidden chest room where you interact with the thrall statue and sacrifice a bit of your health to open up a chest is a great one in particular, by the way, because you can get 3 pieces all in one go. Alright, the pieces under the umbrella of both Path of Ambition and Path of Resolve. 6 in total there, 3 under each path. To keep it simple, when doing any activity during episode Heresy, you might come across this, a small taken consumable item that may drop from a dead enemy. If you pick that object up, you may get a chest piece, and whatever you had the shaping slab back at Erismorn's apartment set to, that will determine if the piece will count as a Path of Ambition piece or a Path of Resolve piece. It's the same thing for these, the little taken orbs that may drop from an enemy that you can shoot and destroy. Those may also reward you with pieces. Depending on what your shaping slab at Erismorn's apartment is set to, they'll again count as either a Path of Ambition piece or a Path of Resolve piece. If you get 3 pieces under one of the paths, remember to just go back to Erismorn's apartment and change the slab to the other path, so the next time you get these taken items to drop from a dead body, they'll count towards pieces on the other path. Again, 6 chest pieces in total, 3 for Path of Ambition, 3 for Path of Resolve, and yeah, a little bit of RNG tied to them, but just remember to keep an eye out for the taken orbs on the ground. Next up, Court of Blades. In short, there are 3 pieces in specific locations and 2 that are kinda tied to RNG. The specific location pieces are in each of the unique boss rooms. The first one is in the Rathmore Subterrane boss room. Way back behind where the boss spawns, the piece should be laying against a double ice pillar. Go get it. The second one is in the Remnant of Silver boss room. It's way on the outer edge of the map at the top of a hill tucked behind some giant pipes sticking up out of the ground. Again, if you're having trouble, remember to keep an eye on your radar. The third one is in the Hive Warship boss room. It's way above the portal you use to get into the room, turn around and jump up the rocks to get on top of the giant rock pillar, and it should be way up on top of the pillar. The other 2 pieces tied to Court of Blades are kinda RNG based, but not hard to get. You can get them randomly by getting upgrades at the Thrall statues in between encounters. That's how I got mine. Or apparently you can get them as rewards for completing Court of Blades in general, but yeah, 3 in set locations and 2 from RNG related to the statues and completing the activity. That would be 55 total. The final 5 will come directly from the Drifter at the tower. Literally go talk to him and he'll just give them to you, one at a time. Be aware though, the Drifter may or may not give you all 5 pieces in one go. My best theory right now is that the more pieces you've gotten out in the wild, then the more he'll eventually just give you. Translation, don't talk to the Drifter first. Try to get a bunch of other chest pieces out in the wild first, and talk to the Drifter last, and he should end up just giving you all 5. And there you go, all 60 chest pieces. If there ends up being more to this secret in the future, I'll let you know, but you can at least get the triumphs done if you care. Thanks very much for watching. Peace.